Hello, my name is Nathan Cook, and I am currently studying show production at Full Sail University. In today's podcast, I have interviewed Matt Burkholder, the instructor for the Installation Technologies class. Matt has a wide range of knowledge varying from audio to the visual arts. Most of his knowledge is focused on installing sound systems, home theater systems, etc. But for the purposes of this podcast, we discussed visual arts. I received Matt's answers to the questions for the podcast written out, so I'll read out each individual question and answer one at a time, making sure to note which are Matt's comments and which are mine. So the first question was, what do you see as the role of visual arts in our mass-mediated world, and particularly in your profession? And Matt said that the show production industry has started to rely heavily on visuals in many different ways. For years, it has been using image magnification to help people better see what is happening on the stage, and it's also been using lights as another way to add a visual aspect to everything. In more recent times, the use of media servers has added a new way that people can use to add to the visuals during the shows. Some shows start with the visuals, and everything else is built around that. The next question. With new communications and media technologies, imagery is almost instantly available. Do you believe that this is having a positive or negative influence on the industry? Matt said that he believes it has a little bit of both. On the plus side, it is opening up the designers to a large library of images to pull from and use if they need it. As for the negative, in some cases it is making it so people don't have to be as creative as they used to be. They can just use someone else's stuff instead of coming up with their own idea. The next question was, what popular images do you see that are frequently rechanneled throughout the entertainment industry? And the next question after that, were there particular images that this industry has popularized and or created? Matt said, honestly, for both of those, he couldn't think of any. He said, my area is too diverse for a common thread to show up. And the next question was, who is one of your favorite visual artists, and what is your favorite style of visual art? Matt said, I'm a fan of the work of both Picasso and Dali. Their use of abstract images make for some very interesting viewing. I like having to think, and their stuff makes you do just that. Also, in the case of Picasso, I do enjoy even his non-abstract artworks. And the final question, how has your knowledge of famous artworks influenced your creative process? Matt had to say, not too much. My area is a bit more cut and dry when it comes to designing. Artwork might influence how I look at the world, but not too much with how I create. So I found it really interesting that even though Matt doesn't particularly take artistic influence into his work, he does see the ways in which art shapes how he thinks about the world around him. So I appreciate you taking the time to listen to this podcast. Hope that you were able to maybe either learn something new or hear from a different opinion that maybe you haven't heard from before. And I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.